Hello and welcome, everybody. This is the Daily Dharma. My name is Dina. Thank you so much for joining. And today we do have some energies coming out in the pre-shuffles that I want to go over, but we're going to go ahead and do the full reading on camera. Now, something just as I was getting ready to press the go button, and there it goes again. I don't know if this is something going on collectively, but I feel like the upsurge, the uptick in energies that we've just made our way through as the Lionsgate portal has been working through our energies within the last several days and longer periods from before that, getting prepared for this huge shift. I feel like what I'm being shown and asked to express is that there are very physical changes, such as some of you may be experiencing some types of tingles or different soreness throughout the chakra system, throughout the organ system, might be flutters in the stomach or in the, right now I'm getting it from the sacral to the solar, through the heart and the throat. And particularly before pressing the go button and this morning a few times, I was feeling some heart flutters, and not in relationship necessarily to a specific thought pattern or expression, but almost like all of a sudden you're just going about your business and then all of a sudden there's this type of energy. And for me, what this means is that there's a chakra clearing and expansion going on. This is what I associate those feelings with. So if you are also feeling some of those different flutters or anomalies or even squeezes, definitely, as always, check anything that is out of the ordinary with your doctor to make sure you're in health. But for me, I'm already aware of my health and my energetic signatures and my energetic tells. My body speaks to me and yours does to you. And we have to work out our language with our body. Like when I feel a certain way or a certain craving, then that means something to me about what my body needs in that moment and what my psyche or emotional self or energetic self is either going through or needing. Yeah, it keeps fluttering even all throughout this. It's as if the feeling is like when, have you ever had that feeling of going about your business again, and then suddenly there's like this bam hit, like in your intuitive self, where it's like, oh my gosh, something's about to happen. Boom, you get a phone call. And it's that thing you've been waiting for. It's like when you're going on a roller coaster and then your stomach drops. That's the kind of feeling. It's like this huge anticipation, like the first couple of times that my intuition spoke to me as a preteen. And we were in an assembly, and all of a sudden they're going to give out the award for a good performance in one of the subjects that I felt that I wasn't great at. And right before they're like, it's like as if they're like drum roll and the winner is, and all of a sudden my stomach just went, whew, and I was like, it's me? And they said my name. And I went, I knew they were going to say me, but that doesn't even make sense. It was like the completely illogical, but the knowledge that was something coming through. It's like our guides, guardians, whatever you believe in, our intuitive hits. There's something coming online. There's something coming in the works right now. And so let me show you real quick what's under the deck here, what flew out. We had a few coming out from the archetypal deck, and I was going to start there, but I hadn't cleared the energy, and so I put those back and shuffled them in. But we did get judgment, and there was oh, now I'm forgetting it, but judgment came out. It's like this black and white. Oh, it was vessel, the physical body, the vessel, the container that we are in this situation. And at 4:44 in the timer, as I look up, the message coming through was that we've made some type of a choice or a decision, something that may have been regarding what we literally deserve on this material plane, like where we have to actually engage some level of judgment, or else, it's like having a foot in both worlds. You can't just say, oh, well, since I'm unconditionally loving, everybody gets unlimited hall passes and passes to just be, act, do, and stay in my situation, in my energy. So it's like, as humans here, as spirit in body, it's important for us to set up limitations and boundaries with ourselves and with others. And so some of these internal boundaries that we're setting are, upgrading some type of new routine, whether that's getting to bed earlier, or about the food and beverage choices we're making, or the habits and comfort seeking behavior. And since we're talking also about boundaries, also our own sovereignty, self-reliance, self-mastery, and our both independence and intradependence, juxtaposed against the duality mindset and scarcity mindset that governs things like attachment and codependency and addictive behaviors, even if it's an addictive thought pattern. So that's all kind of going on in the background. We're making these big, huge choices, setting those to the side. Then I switched to the Akashic Tarot deck. And the three that popped out as a group were One of Scrolls is the Ace of Swords, that air, and it's on track with somebody catching a plane, train, automobile here. And this may be somebody leaving your life or somebody coming into your life. This may be you moving house, office, relationship, or somebody coming in. But to me, in this case, it's talking about something that has recently left your life. And it could be on the level, on any situation, right? It could be a boss that's leaving their position open. And this is creating some change for somebody new to come in, whether that's you taking up that position and that promotion, or so on. There's some type of situation that perhaps was bearing down on your situation, whether it's triggering some type of pattern or so on. Or it seems to have produced a lot of awareness and growth in your own life, and perhaps tension and pressure. And I sense that that's being alleviated here, whether it's you moving or someone else moving. So this is something creating a lot of truths in your own energy. And as you're going through this portal of truth, that you are really coming back into a powerful awareness, and it's getting things back on track. Secondly, we have this divine physician card, the depiction of Jesus, but you don't need to take that religiously if that's not your thing. Talking about bringing health and healing back into a situation, back into our lives, getting ourselves again back on track through these changes. And this may be an activation. I'm again feeling it in the chakras, but this for many of you might be an activation of some type of spiritual gifts, those escalating, amplifying, such as some type of hands energy healing, hands filled with light, mouth, and also that unity consciousness, unconditional love. Through making the hard, difficult choices, we actually are elevating our process. We're ascending in the moment and elevating our vibration and our consciousness. And thirdly, clearing the way, this Four of Keys. So this is clearing the way for some other type of cooperative partnerships to come into the situation so that you can get this forward momentum. Under the deck, I'll try to show you how it came out, because to me, it's about the cards showing themselves. Up in the air here is the 18. It's like whatever ending this is, watching this balloon go away, it seems like, or incoming for those of you that need to flip the story. But whether somebody's coming or going, it's like there's a departure and arrival situation where folks are kind of seeing another person off, and things are, in that transition phase, up in the air. And so I feel like this is where you're making the choices, but still awaiting the results. But just below that, we see wishes fulfilled. So this shift and change is clearing the way for your healing process that then leads you to wish fulfillment here. So this green card here is paths unknown, where she's at the crossroad determining where she'll go next. And let's just go ahead and leave those there. Since we're already on this deck, let's get just a little bit more information. So there's some kind of transition, upgrade energy. And I feel like, that transition card in the Sacred Geometry deck is often talking to me. Oh, and now I'm getting some different head rushes. That card often talks to me about the light codes activating the DNA and having the higher vibrational light code integration hits more DNA and activates more DNA. But yesterday, following the reading where that card did come up, was actually reminding me about, there's 1111 for those watching the numbers. It was talking about the energetic pathways, the super highway of your Kundalini energy, going through the nadis, the channels here, the Ida and Pingala, or whatever you want to call it. Shiva Shakti to me is a little bit easier for people to understand, but maybe that's just me. But about the rising and the descending channels of energy from the above and the below, and that tantric union card also came out. So it was kind of talking about clearing the way of the internal process as well. So it's not literally, the tree falls in your path. I mean, maybe somebody out there, but it's about, the things that have blocked forward momentum and progress, perhaps related to attachment, comforts, addictions, misunderstandings, and so on. Or, relating and tolerating things that took us out of alignment, So let's see what here. Okay, it's still the up in the air and the wishes fulfilled card here. We'll put those back out since they wanted to be pulled back out. So yeah, it's almost like you're trying to manifest, but you're still still working to clear all of that energy that had been in your energy from the previous situation. Six of Forces, the waterfall wants to come out. This is often depicted as a success and victory card following a time of conflict, strife, and more difficult choices. Waterfall here is talking about the force of the flow, the surge of psychic intuition, the surges of light codes and energetic hits, and the ability to, once the dam, the way has been cleared, that tree in the path or that log across the river, that in time the flow of water from behind that eventually builds up and does spill past the blockage or gain the momentum to push the tree out of the way. And here then we have this, like the roller coaster thing. It's like click, 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 click. Then the stomach starts to drop, and it's just boom, that rush down into the next. And here we have, there's that river becoming more calm here. And the willow to me is a card of forgiveness and regeneration and contentment, relaxation, peace, the sun shining through, taking a moment for self-reflection, perhaps. Anything else coming out of here? All right, there we go. And okay, one more. So summer, winter, this could be talking about the difference of something that gets you excited and something that makes you shut down here. The willow is still on the bottom here. So there's something about the timing as well at the shifting of the seasons. Something is growing, changing. One thing is leaving, one thing is coming. The three cards that come out, three major arcana, nice. So we have the 4, the 11, and the 21. 4 is birth. So white birch also coming through, white birch and willow for trees. And then we have Ark of the Covenant and Uriel and the Sphinx. So 4, 11, and 21. Plus we had the up in the air is the 18 cards. I don't know if any of those numbers speak to you. But yeah, there's a wish fulfillment creating this, or this could even, it's reminding me of that situation where perhaps a manager or boss that was creating some type of tension or friction, leaving the situation. And now there's the opportunity for you to either take this position or to fill this position. Like maybe you're the manager or boss and you had a dramatic situation and the one antagonizer of the situation ends up leaving, or let's say it was just nobody was a problem, but there was no livelihood, is that the right word, no passion in the workplace, and somebody comes in and starts to light things up. They have charisma, they have ideas, and they start to work with other individuals. So maybe this is you gaining new inspiration for your own private spiritual journey, or in some type of a healing journey, as far as healing something that's been long standing in your energy or in your past, with sudden epiphanies, and then that clears the way, like maybe clearing some type of personal blockage or self-belief or patterning that has somehow kept you in a cycle that's now closing out. So this birth, I feel, first and foremost has to do with this shift. It's like the shifting of your internal, and then you're witnessing of some type of changing of the guard. It's like I'm seeing in Harry Potter, where at the end in several videos, somebody else is going to win the end of the season, like the accumulation of the points, but then, oh, lo and behold, the main group has pulled it off again, and they start getting awarded all these colors. So even though they've decorated for the one group, now it's like, oh, let's actually change the color and celebrate these guys, because something was up in the air, and now it comes through at the last moment, type of a thing. I don't think it's going to be so dramatic for some people. I think it's going to be something that has been a slow process, an evolving process, and it may have even taken more than a year or a couple years to get through this cycle, to harvest this wish fulfillment. And it may still be, like we're talking, in transition. So let's get some of these code cards here laid out and get a little bit more clarity. Yeah, I'm getting those flutters again. It's as if somebody's watching me that knows me particularly. So I don't know if you are feeling hyper aware or observed in some situation, but it's as though somebody is watching you and anticipating making an offer to you, or like scrutinizing your work in a positive way. And even though many people are being considered for a position, that things are still up in the air largely, it's like by virtue of who you are, how you are, maybe you're the one that's bringing this creative inspiration and new breath of new life with that birth, because it looks like breath, that bath. I don't know how to pronounce that, but it's like this breathing new life into a situation here. And this Ark of the Covenant, I realize I didn't cover these last two cards. This, to me, is more about the guarding of the sacred temple, the sacred flame within us, guarding our own personal inner divinity, from many things, from the inner critic, from the inner saboteur, from any type of inner ego and false evidence appearing real, or from outside people who don't whether they know or don't know, might manipulate and maneuver us and explain and exploit. And yeah, there's something that we are taking back, reclaiming space here, clearing the way, clearing out toxins, whether self-imposed or from the outside here, because Ark of the Covenant to me is about really taking back our environment, our home. I had a dream last night too where I was cleaning out my cubicle, and I don't have a cubicle at this point, but I have had situations in the past where I did. And so this image comes through where I'm, rearranging, and then, oh, maybe my printer goes here or my shelf goes here or vice versa. And then there were these individuals in the back, like these middle of the road, younger type feminines, and they were happy and chatting. And I was excited because there were going to be friendships coming into my life. So it's something like that, where it's like by taking back some part of your life or reanimating, re-inspiring some choices, making better choices. It's like as if by switching around some different energies here, we start to really open up. We are guiding and guarding our journey by taking back and protecting our sacred space. So yeah, with that on track card, somebody moving out, this might be some type of roommate or person that was in the home that may not have been a good fit, or a person in the office. So then the last card here, this Uriel and the Sphinx, it's like taking stark account of our own participation in some types of dynamics and the choices that we're now ready to make to switch up our own lives and to clear the way from our own participation in that old dying pattern, so to speak. Getting to the bottom of that, understanding why things were the way that they were, and looking at the Sphinx and negotiating new goals for self. It's like looking at the inner eye and sorting out from intuition and doubts and sabotage or manipulation and gaslighting, that Sphinxy energy of, who am I? Where do I want to go next? And am I actually pursuing all of the right things? How can I manage and negotiate my energy in such a way that I feel even better, even more fulfilled in the moment? 2222. Let's see what popped out here from these code cards. Okay. We have a powerful expansion and realignment happening here with this Merkaba empowerment. You're empowering your field by taking back your personal choices and your environment in some way. And whatever is coming in, this Six of Force waterfall energy is like the powerful upsurge of this chakra activation or clearing that seems to be going on, that is then expanding the heart, I feel, primarily, but then fluttering throughout multiple other chakras, because of course they are all connected. So under here, I'm seeing the cosmic flower, throat chakra, and allowance. So allowing our truth to speak through ourselves is creating this extreme growth and bloom cycle. So this could be for some of you a glow up type energy, but there's something that needs to be communicated or expressed through ourselves, an awareness that starts within and grows. I'm getting something about the Grinch and the tiny song that grows and grows, because it didn't take any type of material involvement. It just was something that was there all along, type of an idea. So something about the spirit of Christmas might be, there we go, universal love, because it's that's what it's about. It's about that unconditional love, but in being unconditionally loving, we have to understand when things are compromising the integrity of the greater love. And if we are being subjected to something that isn't healthy, healing, whole, then we owe it to self and all of those that we have the potential to touch and love and help and serve, we need to guard and guide our own energy in such a way that we don't diminish or squander our light with those who would be best served by being cut off and pushed back upon themselves to create their own healing process. Oh, beautiful. Crown chakra and miracle came out together. So there is a miracle of life here. There's this rebirth going on, and it's through a change of opening one's mind to something greater or having this epiphany moment, being lit up. It's like that's that Merkaba, that glow here, that glow up happening, and you being this willow. It's like through those difficult choices, awareness is activated. I'm interested to get a little more. I did want to get some archetypal deck cards here. Let's start here. Oh, that's way too much. So the Father came out on a huge stack that I'm going to put back because that's too many and I'll be stuck looking at them. Agape. So agape is a very innocent type of love, and we see within that all of these multiple candles. And to me right now, it's talking about the Merkaba and the way that the universe is kind of coming in and activating our energy field with this unconditional love. Oh, and I split the deck to the Ring and the Destroyer. I find that so powerful. The Destroyer here is, I want to say Ganesha, but that's, I always screw up the Shiva story, but I'm getting a lot of Shiva Ganesha information in the Ring, like even the Lord of the Rings with this, the guarding of something quite precious, but also so easily corruptible, depending upon the wearer of the ring. I haven't watched the movies in their entirety. It wasn't my thing, but some of you I know will be avid about it. So the Nectar and the Mentor. Okay, so yeah, it's kind of talking about the way that we can be corrupted and that our energy can be misdirected and squandered, or it can be powerfully recollected. And I find that the energy coming through the crown chakra here is activating some type of miraculous situation. Oh, there's the flutters again. Yeah, it's constant. I'm not quite sure what it is. I really appreciate all of you guys sending your energy into the broadcast and appreciating the messages. I can feel that the energy and the alignment is growing. The King and the Lover. So there's definitely some powerful activations going on within the viewer. And that's what I'm feeling, is this growing love. And within each of us, as we understand and achieve our own difficult graduations, that we're so self-loving that it's so much easier to love and appreciate those other people, especially ones that are in this innocent, loving, childlike spark energy of inspiring, of saying, hey, don't lose your faith. Keep your vision. Keep yourself on that straight and narrow. You deserve it. You're on the right track, and you're choosing for yourself. The eternal child with the King, and I don't read the inversions in this energy, but again, we had that Father card for a reason. It's like we're all masculine or feminine, and whether our fathers were, phenomenal or misguided or absent or present, we all have a bit of the patriarchal and the matriarchal divinity and toxicity that we're negotiating and working through. And this is, I feel, evidence of ourselves realigning with that powerful childlike spark, rebirthing the self, and guarding and guiding and protecting our dragon's lair, our dragon's horde, and those that were out here ready and willing to serve with that unconditional love of the agape, the inner child, is us taking our throne, taking our own divine masculine and manning up and gently, kindly declaring what's going to come next for us. And that vibrational broadcast not only puts us in our kingship from that duality of the father that's always trying to go, do. It's coming out of the blame for others and how they made us feel, and then taking that accountability onto the self with that Sphinx type energy that's like, yeah, okay, maybe I needed that humbling experience so that I could understand what needs to happen for my energy. Okay, let's see. One more shuffle here. And then let's see what else needs to come out from this. And then we'll move on to the next. Oh, we're out of time already. How does this always happen? Animal. I feel like our primal instincts are coming online here. Under the deck, the venom. So we had the nectar and the venom here. I'll give you a look at that. So yeah, the animal instincts and whether we're going to align with bitterness or getting better. So get better, not bitter type of energy, and not blaming, but being accountable. There it is. That same energy from the lover card, the king card. It's like the self illuminated, this burst heart expansion energy that is fluttering all of your chakras, and that prismatic expression happening through the Merkaba field that you are. It's like your crystalline essence is coming fully online, and those light codes coming through are activating this glow up, bloom cycle, whatever you want to call it, DNA activation. It's the portal of the heart space that we've been keeping wide the F open and broadcasting this nectar out. Yesterday's was about the manna, whatever you call it. It's like the feeding the inner fire and the flame so that we are that healing light, the healing hands that were shown up, this fault line. It's like, I'm getting a picture also of, you've probably seen this meme about the cracked china teacup or bowl or something, and then how they'd maybe fill that with a precious metal like gold, and then it shows actually more character and more value in the end. It's like our broken bits and our healing makes us so resilient, so gorgeous, and so beautifully flawed. It's our miraculous, magnificent self coming out and being authentic and beautifully broken, yet healed with the gold that we've alchemized from within the soul. So I hope that helps you guys all. Let's see if we can get just anything else here before I get cut off. Right order, didn't we say? That's this self here getting itself into right order. There's that, knowledge under the deck. And maybe I should try for an oracle card here at the end. Shifting. Absolutely. That green and pink, the higher heart is coming online. There's possibly some new commitments, making new commitments to your energy, to yourself, and new partnerships and contracts coming online with those around us. And let's see if we'll get cut off if I get an oracle card here from Whispers of the Ocean Oracle. Yes, leaping through the air. Take that leap of faith. Take note. So yes, something big is coming online, and some type of plan really needs you to stay on track, as we saw that card also. If you're waiting for something, stop putting it off and get